We're doing it again. Another live stream. We're waiting for it to finally kick in. Welcome to the channel. A little bit more World of Warcraft again. I've got about 45 hours left on my account. I was given 3 free days. We're just checking out the 8.2 new zones, doing a little bit of exploration and questing. Right now I'm just setting up the stream. I point because then I count how many seconds it takes. Yeah, it's only a few seconds behind. So it looks like we're ready to rock and roll here. So, click on the portal to Silithus. Well, no, why would we want to do that? Okay, so in my last stream, we went ahead and we went to Naz Jatar, which is a new area in 8.2. And what's important to note about it is you get 385 plus World Quest armor. Again, World Quests, when you reach maximum level, you unlock World Quests that are dynamic. They change all the time, and you can look around at your area with an add-on like this. And that's pretty much it. See, 385, then you'll look, oh, 375. Actually, I should probably go for that, for those shoulders. Where was that again? Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I might do just a couple of quick World Quests in the vicinity. And then what we're going to go and do is do a little bit more of that area that I was at. So this seems to be the closest one, the Nazjatar. So we're going to go ahead and go upgrade some of our armor. I was at 376 just yesterday or the day before when I activated my account. And it's going up a little bit. Not by much.
I have many lucky doos you like.
But slowly but surely we're on the quest to 400.
Greetings.
That's sort of like my next big thing, although I should probably take it like 5 points at a time. Right now it's going to be hitting 380, which we'll probably be able to do here today. This is not going to be a long stream again. And wow. It's funny because now it looks like my stream on the left is like 5 to 10 seconds behind. Then I point. Every time you see me point, it means I'm trying to... There we go. We're only a few seconds behind now. Gosh, I love this game. Just wish there was more than 24 hours in a day. That would definitely be a lot more fun. There's probably not going to be anybody really joining the chat, the live stream. That's okay. I am not popular. This game, though, is still popular. Don't get that twisted. Now we're going to try, because this is a lower area, we can go a little bit bananas. We can try to make this a little bit more, I don't know if entertaining is the right word, but trying to mix it up a bit. Trying to show you that when you have mediocre to semi-ish advanced gear, you could tell my health there is not really budging. We're not too concerned. I'm actually getting passive health regeneration. I'm not even, I was looking around, I was like, is someone healing me? Because that was pretty good. I do have to be mindful of potential alliance members for PvP. But honestly, not really concerned about it. Again, if you were a fresh level 120, or your gear was closer to the 300 to 320 mark, You wouldn't be pulling off this stunt, I'll tell you that. I could go and heal, but with my Crimson Vial, I just don't even bother, because like I said, look at my passive healing over time. It's just bringing me up. And that's it. So again, this isn't super exciting. These again are world quests. I know I hate sounding like a broken record, but I really want people to know like what's going on in case they're, like I've said before, tuning in for the first time in a long time for World of Warcraft. Little roundhouse kick to the face. No spell casting for you.
For the Emperor.
I think we might be able to play this race someday. There's rumors about that. I really like the melee animation, how it's really changed. Oh. What do we got here? Not much. So yeah, again, I don't kill things this quickly when I'm in the new area. Even though that said that in my title, I mean it's not far from the truth. Boy, I'm getting tongue-tied here. So as you can see, I met the requirement for the world quest. It's very random. I'm gonna go here to my wrists. 380. And I had purples here, which generally is higher, but the item level's lower on this. So we've got agility, stamina, crit, and haste. Agility, stamina, haste, mastery, leech, and we're at 379. We just hit 380. So that's a little bit exciting because that could potentially bring us to the next tier. And what I mean by that is, again, when you do the world quest, it'll dynamically adapt to your item level. So if you just hit 120 and your item level's like 280 to 300, don't expect to be looking at the map going, oh, I'm going to go and get the same shoulder pads this guy I saw on YouTube have. It doesn't work that way.
My death will be avenged.
Don't mind me.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles.
Yeah, I'm going to have to clean up my bags at some point. Not too sure I'm going to be doing that while I'm streaming, though, because that's really not all that exciting. That's not what people want to see. Do my transmog. Alright, let's get down to business. Actually, how much time do I have on that shoulder pad? Because that's, how much time do I have? Oh, 50 minutes. Yeah. I'll go and get it, because I won't be able to get it later. That's, it's a 10-point jump, and potentially a 15-point jump, which is huge. You don't always get that opportunity. So it's right over here. We just need to kill one guy. Hey, Outlaw Mason. How's it going? I was gifted 3 days of WoW, so I thought I would play my regular characters that I have on my account rather than just my level 20s. I know we've spoken briefly before in the past. I don't recall if you've ever played World of Warcraft. Look at those leaves. Looks pretty good for the newer areas. If you fly down to some of the older zones, and I might take you there after, you know, near the end of the stream when I mess around, I always do a thing where it's like, okay, this is the end of the stream, it's not fun, you can stop watching now. And then more people join in, and I start browsing the store or just doing random silly things. Oh, okay. I'm assuming you've watched gameplay over the years and stuff. I've been playing since day one, 15 years ago, but in the last couple of years I don't always have an active subscription. Because, quite frankly, can't really afford it. So again, to recap the area that we were in Zuldazar. We've now gone up to another province, if you want to call it that, to the Nazmir. And again, it's this little continent here. The original World of Warcraft from 15 years ago would have only had you have Kalimdor. So you would have only had this entire area. And you would have had the Eastern Kingdoms. And then, you know, Wrath of the Lich King, Pandaria, Broken Isle, I think, was either Warlords of Draenor or Legion. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. No, that was the last one. Legion. I get them mixed up, I'm not gonna lie. There's been like 6 or 7 expansions, and, you know, I've played several hundred games since WoW has come out, so I do lose track sometimes. But I at least wanted to show people roughly where I was. And because this is the regular zone and not a part of the new area, I'm really not too concerned with pulling.
I have received word that a powerful enemy nearby
Too many
wishes
creatures.
for your death. Show them no mercy.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I thought that was a real player at first. Because it's, yeah, anyways. Kill War. Yeah, it's probably up here. I could hear the drums, and it says Ward Rummer Zerula. Ah, there we go. See that? That's a real person. That's who we gotta kill. So it's fairly quick. Like, I know I've already spent 12-13 minutes. But as you could tell, it wasn't too bad. Doing a little upgrade here, a little upgrade there. Getting that iLevel to 380. I think my druid, like I said, is only at 350 or 60. And that can make a bit of a difference. Here we go. And again, in the newer age of World of Warcraft, her and I do not need to be in a party to both get credit for the kill or the loot. But if it's the opposing faction, though, that's a different story. Then it's whoever tagged it first.
Time to collect some heads!
She's probably like, whoa, how'd that happen? See the damage he's doing? Very minimal. With his AoE. He might have been a little bit tricky to solo, but nothing too... See, I'm absorbing all his damage from just my passive abilities there at the top right, so... Not too worried about him. So these 2 items that I got, sometimes you normally have to do like dungeons. They could be like 20-30 minutes in queue. Takes 20 to 30 minutes to do the dungeon. You could be looking at an hour to sometimes get a new piece of gear. Whereas like right here, I'm going from 375 all the way to 385. See, I went up 1. And because it's either the helm, the chest, or the shoulders, again, as usual, we get the powers. So your spells and abilities have a chance to increase your haste. That's your speed. Rupture. Yeah, we'll go with haste. And then for this one, every 30 seconds gain an absorb shield for 12,000 damage. Or, while no enemy is within 12 yards, heal for 1,300 every second. While any enemy is within 12 yards, you gain... Yeah, I'll go for that. They're just like little perks that you get on your outfit. And then when you max it out, you always get this thing, where it increases it by 5. So right now it's at 385, it'll bring that to 390. Again, that's fairly newish. See, 390. Now my shoulders are gross, they're not matching. But that's what transmog is for, and that's been around for 10 years. Oh, the new patch is out. I think that means I can even go a step further. That's right, I can even hide my chest piece now. If I wanted. Oh, yeah. Sorry, just bear with me here for a second. This is new now. Before you could hide your helm, shoulders have been around for a while, cloak's been around for a while, but in terms of actually hiding your chest piece... Sorry, yeah, that's... See how I can just go to the dressing room and go like that, Kabbalist? So I'm gonna go to chest, I'm gonna hide the chest. You can even hide your wrists, because sometimes they'll stick out of the gloves, eh? I can even hide my gloves. Oh, that's awesome. It's just because you could see your character better, right? It's not because I'm trying to be, you know, a perv or anything. Now, your pants you can't take off. You gotta keep your pants on. That's one thing Blizzard won't allow. But, anyhow. We'll kind of do that. Just to be a little bit funny. Kabbalist, but we're going to do this as a new outfit, and we're going to call it Naked One. Where basically you have nothing on. Just like that.
Good fortune to all friends of the Grummels.
Yeah, sorry, I know that wasn't the most exciting there. Okay, let's quickly look at something else we could do. Just like while we're here quickly. Another 10 points I could go up. Wow, they're really giving us the gear here. 375 plus gloves. I already have 385. So we definitely don't need that. But while we're in this area, we might as well go for these pants. I'm gonna end up having to change. Maybe I'll quickly dispose of him. I kind of like helping out a little bit here and there. I'm gonna have to rename this stream. So far, like I said, I haven't even played the new zones. I'm just gonna have to call it, let me change it. New Zone Exploration plus Random World Quests. There. My changes are being saved. That way it's not too, misleading. Otherwise people will complain. Hey, that's not a new area, noob. You know how people can get sometimes. So Mason, were you ever thinking of maybe playing WoW? Or not really? You could play up to 20 for free. I have other characters that are level 20. You could still do quite a bit at 20. I haven't been subscribed, in other words, an active subscription, for a long time, but this kind of just shows you, you know, the pacing, what it's like to quest around and stuff like that. I mean, it's subjective when I say this is a great game, right? It's very subjective. What one person thinks is great, another person might not think is great, but I showed you how you can transmog your character, and you can hide your shoulders and all that if you don't like most of the armor that your character's wearing. There's a lot of customization. The game is a little bit quicker paced than it was years ago. Actually, it's a lot quicker paced. The new areas have much more nicer looking foliage, if you will. And near the end of the stream, like I said, I'm just going to wrap this up here. I may go to the new area, you know, because it's kind of in my title. But if I don't, I'll just change the title again, because I get distracted sometimes. What am I supposed to do here? Collect? We'll see what happens here. But I kind of like that, because trolls, when they wear boots, you don't really see them anyways. Like it wraps around your shin, but your feet always stick out. Not too sure what's going on there. Lacuno. That's a named beast. Anyhow, I feel like you get to see your character better without all the extra big puffy armor. But yeah, for every online game I've ever played, I mean, this is ridiculous. I probably have... I think I estimated a long time ago, like... I don't remember what it was, but the amount of hours that I played. It was like something pretty disgusting. You know, people talk about sometimes, oh, I've got 500 hours in a game or something like that, and that's considered a lot. Well, at one point, real quick, I used to play about 15 to 18 hours a day, so we'll say 15 hours a day. Say I played most of the year, so I played, like, let's say 365 days a year, multiplied by between 70 and 80,000 hours, if not maybe more. How many hours I've got invested in this game. I mean, that's a disgusting amount to have been playing one game. But it never ends. There's always stuff to do. Oh, I thought that was interactable. I think this helps towards finishing the world quest. There's a bar here, that's the progress every time I kill something or loot something. Boom. My problem with WoW, though, over the years has been trying to stick to one character. It's so hard to do. Because you can tank, you can heal, you can stealth, you can do ranged DPS, melee DPS, you could play Horde, you could play Alliance. It's frustrating in a way. So that's why I play a rogue, because you have different talent trees that you can do. But in the end with the rogue, it doesn't matter if you're assassin and you're more about the poisons. Outlaw is a little bit less about stealth. It's more like a, you know, more damage, like while you're out of stealth. And then subtlety is, well, it just tells you it's more about ambushing unsuspecting prey. They're all very kind of similar, to be honest with you. Like, they all play out a little different when you're doing PvE or PvP, like the way the damage is spread out. There's certain builds that are better for certain types of gameplay. I just mean they're all about the same, as in, at the end of the day, you're just roaming around poking people with weapons, is what I'm saying. Whereas when you're a druid, you could be a cat, you could be a bear, you can heal, you can tank, you can range DPS. That's what I mean, like you actually truly have multiple roles. This guy's a Death Knight. And I joined in on the fun. So he's like a tanky plate wearer. He looks like he's unholy spec. So yeah, that's why I try to do the druid and the rogue, because overall... Oh, really? Yeah, no, it's nothing like that. It's an online MMORPG. It's awesome, and these are all like real people. A lot of the game is repetitive, but I mean a lot of games, period, are repetitive, right? Hockey's repetitive, it's always the same shit. People still enjoy watching hockey. Bunch of people on skates slapping each other with sticks, trying to get a black puck in a net. You know what I mean? Like, it's very easy to make something sound boring. Like, oh, basketball, that's exciting. Bunch of people running up and down a court back and forth, trying to rip an orange plastic ball out of each other's hands and trying to toss it into a little metal rim with a little net attached to it. Yeah, that sounds like fun. People love it. So yes, you know, this game is repetitive, but clearly after 60 to 70,000 hours that I've put into the game, I haven't grown bored of it yet. Some people play this game for a month and they're like, this is the worst thing in the world I've ever seen. Well, it is very addicting. It's just so fun. I mean, that's really... There's no other way to put it. All the different zones are different. Everything looks different. You can have like that... You know, this one's more like a desert. This one's more like tropical rainforest. This one's more like jungle. Although I guess that's kind of similar, but you get the idea. And that's just part of the map. Then you've got PvP. You could just do random battlegrounds. Whether you're good or not, doesn't really matter. You're going to have like 10, 15, maybe 40 people on each side. And you'll go like 40 against 40 people, and you'll just kick each other's ass in a big gigantic area. And if you die, you respawn. It's like not a big deal. It's when you do the elitist shit, when you're trying to get high rated, and you're trying to go from maybe 420 to 430 item level. You know, that last little bit, whatever the item level cap is now, I don't know. That's where it can get difficult, but in the real world, just mucking around, playing around the game, doing world PvP, attacking real players out in the world, or in an instanced area where it's just PvP. Once you have half-decent gear, and you're always playing with a lot of other people, it's debatable whether or not the extra work is worth it to get your gear that much higher. At that point, I generally tend to want to play another character. But some people, they just enjoy playing their one character and they're good with that. They don't want to gear up and re-level up another character. To them, that's boring. And I can understand that. It is very time-consuming. Like classic World of Warcraft that's coming back, that's absolutely god-awful brutal. You know, it's absolutely insane. You could probably get... Now, I don't know how many, I might be exaggerating. You might be able to get 3 to 4 level 120s before you would get one level 60, which was the max level back in the day. That's how insane, if not 5. You could probably have a handful of max level characters at 120, like I am now, 120, the max, versus just one character at 60, which was the max level back in the original.
Appetite for now.
I thought it said 385 or plus. Oh no, it was 380, so see, we're jumping up 10. So even though purple is higher up than blue in quality, that does not matter, because the item level trumps anything. So we're at 381, we're at 382, see? Just that 1 point here and there, and I had to go up like 10 item levels. You're not always going to go up 10 item levels. Sometimes you'll only go up, you know, a few points at a time. But now we can see my pants again, which I don't like. So I've got my transmog guy. Boom. And we're back in business. We're naked again. So I've already been playing for... So you see, for about a half hour, you know, mucked around, did a couple of world quests, flew around. You know, the time can add up pretty quickly, right? I didn't even end up, like I said, going to the new zone. That's just one of the new areas. See? Now we look at this. 380 plus... Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rename my title, because it doesn't look like I'm going anywhere. So it was kind of hard for me back in the day to get these 375 daggers. And now... Sorry. 375 daggers. Where did those go? Oh, there it is. Except that's an axe. That's the problem. I don't think I can use axes. No, I have to use daggers. If I was outlaw, I'd have more variety. But I don't feel like playing outlaw. So I am restricted to daggers. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. I already have a 400 belt, 380 cape, and a 380 trinket. See, and that was in Raid Finder, and I got a 370 cape. I had to do a pretty big raid for that. 370 piece, and all of a sudden I can just walk up to this thing, no problem. 385. So I'm trying to figure out where to go now. There's all these 385, 285 agility. Sorry, what was that other one? Ah, I'd be losing a lot of agility. It's mainly trinket. Yeah, hard to say if I want to go for that. 380 cape. Where would I have to go for that cape? Because I don't have flying. Going to this area might prove to be a little bit annoying. We'll take a look. I don't even see it now. Where is the bloody cape? Stormsong Valley. I think it's right here. Yeah, 380 plus. There is a chance for it to kind of, whatever you want to call it, proc into a bonus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna backspace the title because it doesn't look like I'm going to that new zone by the time I'm done, because I'm gonna have to go soon, probably after this world quest. So I'll just do random world quests. There you go. That way when it gets uploaded later, people aren't like, where's the new zone? Because that was originally what I was planning on doing, but then I saw all these weapons and armor pieces that were better than mine, so... Like, I've gone up almost 5 points in just a day. And that's kind of not always easy to do, like I said. This is part of the main area for the Horde. In this area, it's kind of where you start off, and... Oh, look at this guy. Little show off with his little mount. And we'll screw you too. These are just random missions for your followers. You can collect followers, they're NPCs. You don't see them fight, it's just kind of like a whatever. You'll get artifact power, rep. Rep helps you get achievements so I can maybe fly instead of just roaming on the ground. Because every expansion that comes out, you can't fly in the new area until like way later in the expansion. So now I have to figure out... Sorry, this is where I have to figure out what I'm doing. What rep do I need? I need to be revered with Voldenai, Champions, and Tortolin. Voldenai, Champions, and Tortolin. There, these guys. So then these are my followers, as you can see. But if you overkill it... Oh, nothing. Ah, well, whatever. If there's no bonus, I won't put him in. No bonus roll. See, 120, so that means I have a 20% chance to get even a double token. There, we'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll do this last mission, or world quest, rather.
What is it?
Set sail for Stormsong Valley. Yes.
Stay the course.
See, that's the whole world map of WoW. Well, not all of it. There's Outlands and a couple other places, but that's another story for another day. The game is massive. You could fly around anywhere else as long as you've unlocked the flying for those areas. It's fun to fly, I gotta admit. There's only one expansion you got flying right off the bat, like right from the get-go, and that was Cataclysm. But people were complaining that it ruined the world PvP, and I'm like, well, not all realms are PvP in the first place, so...
What can I help you with?
And we're gonna fly... Oh, right, because I don't have any other... See, these are all the other flight paths I have. Where are we going again? Anyhow. This area is a little bit more Alliance-ish, because their main hub is around here, I think. Yeah, it's all around in here, I think. It's been a while since I played, and let alone my Alliance, but yeah. I know that they're somewhere around in here, mainly the Alliance. Whereas us, the Horde, we're mainly like around here and here. This area. But it just kind of shows you the area. Like, it's pretty nice. The graphics are I like them for the style. I'll show you though, like before I end the stream, for whoever sticks around. I'll probably be done in about another 10-ish minutes. I want you to pay attention to the trees and the shrubs, how nice they look in this area. Like, all the leaves are fairly nicely drawn out even here. Even though they're thin, like paper, like they have no depth to them, it's still, see that? But the colors are still decent. You know what I mean? When you look at them, it still has a decent level of detail. Some of the older zones, the older zones, have trees that, funny enough, have never been updated. Like, overall, the graphics have been updated. All across the board, lighting, shadow, all that kind of stuff. But in terms of, like, reworked trees and all that, some areas won't get this treatment. I may show that off later. It depends how long it'll take me to do this mission. Oh, these are all real people. Those are real people. I think I'm in an Alliance town. Because I'm, like, surrounded by, like, real Alliance players. But as I'm running and getting shot, I'm not really taking any damage. Yeah, see, there's a real player there. An enemy. Surprised no one tried kicking my ass yet. So yeah, that player that was like sitting around, I could have just went up to him and killed him, or he could have killed me. That's part of the world PvP. I just can't wait to fly around someday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I might do that at the end. Like I said, in a few minutes, I might log on another character super quick. Go to an area, fly around, show you what it looks like, and show you the graphics of some of the trees. Normally you can go on water. Unless I was recently... I know they made some changes, but increases your ground speed by 100. Yeah, they made some changes to WoW. I know something that like sorry, I can't even talk right now. They've done for the first time in 15 years stuff that you can, yeah, see, you can do stuff to your mount. This used to be the only mount in the game that could walk on water. Let me stealth so that no one knows I'm here. Enhance your mounts with mount equipments. I don't know how to do that, so to be honest with you, I'll have to do that some other time. I don't know how that works, but that probably means that like any mount I have will be able to go on water. This used to be my go-to mount because I could go on water with it, and now it's very clear that I've lost that ability, which is why everybody got the rep with that faction back in Myths of Pandaria, I believe, a few expansions back, about 5-6 years ago. And it seems like I can't go on water now. So I think they've normalized all mounts, and any mount can have flying, but I don't, flying. Can walk on water, but you'll have to buy the equipment for it. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'll have to look that up after. It's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. Oh shit, that's a real player. Those are all real players. Well, not these people, but... That's why I love sneaking around, right? See? That's a real player right there. But they don't know I'm here. Because you just don't know, right? Some players like to kill on-sight people that are
the war chief's
the opposing faction.
Do not include that monster.
Holy shit. Look at all those people. Those are all real people. But they can't see me. So I probably don't want to stick around while they're there. Because if I die and I gotta go back, and it might take a few minutes, and look at how many bodies there are, because he respawns so fast that the original one doesn't even have a chance to despawn. So we'll just kind of wait. I forget what I even get from this guy, to be honest with you. I think it's... I don't even remember. We'll find out. Hopefully he respawns fast enough. And that's not him. Crap. Now that demon hunter can see stealth if they so choose to use their ability. They can see stealth. But I'm not really good at PvP, like I said, and 205. Oh yeah, they got a lot more health. Yeah, they're probably much better geared than me. Oh, there's a friendly guy. And he did not get attacked. So that's a good sign. It means that maybe the other player's just not aggressive. Like I said, not everybody just automatically kills people that are from the opposing faction. It's like in real life when you're walking down the street. Although the news will have you believe that if you live in the States, though, every time you go out, there's a huge risk you'll get shot. Yeah, so we'll do this, then I'll consider the stream over. 45 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna storm here soon. Doesn't look like anybody else is coming. Yeah, it's not too difficult. The difficult part sometimes is not getting killed. Oh, there, I got a cloak.
An efficient kill keeps our war effort on schedule.
Okay, so again, we had a 370. I've got a 380. And I still... See? This time around, even going up 10 points in item level was not enough to go to 383. Oh, wow. That person flared. They probably know there's a rogue nearby. So what I'm going to do... I'm trying to hide. And I'm going to... I'm just going to use my whistle to go back to an area. To the nearest flight path. Then I'll log out. There we go. Now the cape looks funny. So I gotta get rid of that. Automatically vendors my stuff. Repair my armor.
Many farewells.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go, like, super soon. Now this is pretty much the end of the stream, you know, for the entire 2 people watching. I don't want to leave too many people disappointed, haha. Okay, so that was my rogue. Good for me. Let's go to another server. Let's go to my, Night Elf, or my Worgen Druid, sorry. This guy. Him, I like his transmog. But I might race change him to one of the allied races, but you have to do a lot of achievements to unlock the right to be able to play that race. Then it costs like $20, $25 US to switch race within your own faction. Just customization, right? You can play a character for a couple years, be human, and go, oh, I want to be a night elf, or I want to be a dwarf, or a gnome, you know what I mean? You have those options made available to you without having to, like, start over from scratch. Again, back in the day, you had to start over. If you didn't like your faction or your race anymore and you wanted to change, you had to start from level 1, and it was painful. Like, I mean, it was painful. Like, look at this. Look at my cat form for a Night Elf Druid. Or, Worgen Druid for cat form. But I have that again because, see, I'm only at 356. My other guy's at 382. 56, 66, 76. Yeah, so, like, for me to go up, like, 25 points again, it would take a while, right? And if I look at my world quests for the new area. Look at what my items are. Remember how the other ones were mainly... Oh, good, I got 2 days. Sorry. Remember how my other one was like 375 to 380? Look at what my average item level is for this guy. 355, 360, right? Because it's scaled off of what I'm at. It's not going to give you 380, right? 400 trinket. Ah, I'm not going to make that. I'd have to do a mythic dungeon, and I have 8 minutes left. But there's a lot of stuff that resets every day, right? So anyways, I just wanted to kind of show you that. But yeah, that 400 weapon, oh yeah. That is pretty amazing. Oh, that's that guy I killed earlier on my guy in the dungeon. 400, what weapon do I have? 355, that would actually be a pretty big jump. I'm not going to do that yet though, but I know that I have 2 days to do it, so I'm going to do that later. See, this is flying. See, again, even this area, I just wanted to show you this super quick now that I'm ending the stream for the third person that just joined. You can notice like the leaves, even when you look dead on them, they're like paper thin. Right? Like they don't have depth. Like if you look over here, it's paper thin. But at least it looks pretty good. Like when you're just flying around like this, looks decent. Same with like the branches and all that, right? Like you just fly around, it looks nice. Here's what I wanted to show you. Just really quick. I'm just nitpicking right now. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass. I just want to show you like one of the original areas of the game that never got that advanced touch-up, like on the leaves and stuff. It doesn't bother me, but alright, it's taken a minute. It's not on my SSD, otherwise it would have been a lot quicker. I do have a fairly fast computer, I think. But sometimes this happens. It's not too big of a deal. And it takes a second to render in. Oh wow, that was glitched. Because I just like... Anyways, I just zoned in. Wow, that was creepy. Yeah, we'll go to Stormwind. Looks like my stream is all like pixelated. Sometimes if you haven't loaded a zone in a while, it can take time, like that initial first time. Because I haven't played the game in a while. Since I updated it. Because just going through a portal or her thing is usually not that slow. Yeah, it's usually a lot quicker than this. This is probably the first time I've experienced this in a super long time. So I'm going to show you. Unless they did change it, but I don't think they did. See, like these trees don't look actually too bad. There's some other ones that just look... It's mainly the branches. I guess it's not too bad. It's more the brown for the branches. You could tell it's a lot less colorful. But that's like when you zoom in super close, though. Yeah, the leaves aren't too bad. They still have some color to them. Yeah, I think it's some of the other areas. I think it just might be different trees, to be honest with you. But some different trees, they just absolutely look awful. At least I think so. Because, I mean, overall, like I said, they did change up the graphics. Like, this isn't as bad as I remember. Yeah, the other place I'd have to show you is kind of far away. Yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, like I said, flying around can be a lot of fun. I can only do this because this is like the original area. But yeah, like I said, this game can be so addicting. It's absolutely insane for like people that haven't... Like I said, I know Outlaw Mason was chatting with me there. I don't know about the other couple of people. If you people have played WoW before or not. But again, see some of the branches, they can sometimes have a bit lower texture. But it's actually not too bad though. And then the branches, see they're paper thin? See? On this angle, you can't even tell there's a branch there. Because don't forget, this game, when it was first done up, it was like 15 years ago, right? Game came out in 204, but they started building it in 203. There, look at this tree type. That one, look at that. Look at how fuzzy those leaves are. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just nitpicking right now, right? Like, I'm just making fun of my own game. See, when I zoom in, how all, like, blurry that is? And, like, how super sharp polygon that is? That's what I'm talking about for some of the trees. They're not all like that, though, because this tree is actually not too bad. It's the same as the other one I showed you. Like, the graphics of it isn't too bad. Even the bark and all that is pretty decent. This tree, though. Yeah, if you're just looking at it like this quickly and you're going by, no one hangs out in the tree, right? We're not monkeys, so, I mean, you're not really going to notice that. Even if you're just kind of like around here and stuff like that, you're not really going to notice it. But if you get really up close, that's all I was saying, was some of the older trees, the textures are like really blurry. They have low resolution textures, I think that's what it's called. But then some look a little bit better than others. But anyhow, I'm just kind of going on there, like I said, rambling. I do have to get going. But yeah, like I said, this game for me, it's always going to remain one of my absolute favorite games ever. Despite me making fun of some of the trees. It's really not all that bad. It's just some of the areas anyways. See, like this one, all the trees? Anyhow. You get the idea. And I just love how you go from like one zone, like this one's all like eerie and stuff. And then out of nowhere... Let me just go over here. Especially when you fly from above, because originally you couldn't. And then all of a sudden, boom. You're in that, like, eerie, gothic-y kind of looking area. And then all of a sudden, boom. You're in the jungles of Stranglethorn Vale. Yeah, see, these are the original trees. These look good. I think it was just that one type of tree, that dark oak wood tree, that had low texture leaves for some reason, because they didn't redo these ones much. But yeah, look at that. Anyhow, I'm pretty much done, like I said. Yeah, I'm going on an hour now. So that will be it for this stream. I might be back in a couple of hours, 11, 12, 1, 2, maybe about 2.5, 3 hours I might be back for a bit. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, honestly. I might work on my druid a little bit, on this guy. Not too sure. I might just do some quests towards... I'm I'm trying to get this done. Not that that tells you anything. And some of these achievements here, so that I have the right to unlock the allied race I want. It's hard to say. Because, I mean, I do like this guy. He's like a wolf guy, like a worgen, as they're called. But yeah, whatever. So that's an hour. That's more than enough. I have to go. And like I said, I'll be back in a few hours, hopefully. And I'll probably just end up messing around in WoW. I only have a couple of days left of this game until my game time runs out. And I pre-ordered Dragon Quest Builders 2. So more than likely tomorrow, that's what I'm going to be playing anyways. So the allied race, if you care. You have to get certain achievement. This is who I want to be. I want my druid to be this guy. The cool Tyrann. I really like their casting animation and all that, so I'd rather have a bit of a belly than... I'm getting tired of the crooked legs on the wolf, and anyways, it's just kind of driving me nuts. I've been playing him for like half a decade, 6-7 years, so I think it'd be a nice change to do this, but I have to get exalted with Proudmoore, I have to get a nation united, and do the whole campaign mission of Tides of Vengeance. So I'm not really looking forward to doing that. But yeah. So thanks for stopping by. And I shall see you all in the next stream.